What's My Trade is GAGAL's signature event, and what it is about exposing young people to the variety of trades that are available to them in a fun, hands-on, tactile way that they get the most benefit from.
We've got the builders, we've got painters, we've got tilers, hospitality, welding, retail.
They're really enjoying themselves. They're doing some really hands-on things that they really need to do. It's stuff that we don't necessarily as a school get to give them the opportunity to do.
We run this day in a number of areas. We have a 2.5-day event in Gladstone. We go to Billow, Blackwater, Rockhampton. We've been down to Dalby and Chinchilla. Happy to take this day anywhere because it's so important for young people to experience hands-on what a trade looks like, feels like, and in some instances tastes like. Woorabinda is very special to us. We come out once a year. And it's really a big day for us. It's great for my apprentices, it's great for my staff, and it's fantastic for the community of Woorabinda.
This particular community, Woorabinda, is the largest Aboriginal community that's within the area of the project, and obviously therefore very important to our company. One of the concerns that the community has expressed, and that's Aboriginal communities everywhere, is access to employment. Employment and access to employment doesn't just start by putting an ad in the paper and having Aboriginal people turn up to do those jobs. We've got to start here with the kids and encouraging them to think about what their futures might look like.
This day engages. You can see that the kids are actively engaged in what they're doing. And it's about engaging them in hands-on activities that improves their ability to learn.
It's really difficult often to engage students in education. I mean, they're engaged in education today, but they don't know it. They're not realising that they're learning some really important skills for the future. And if we can enhance and build on that with the children from these type of days, then I think it'll be certainly beneficial to the kids and their community in the long run.
The first time we started doing this, the apprentices were a little bit reluctant and a bit shy, but now I get them volunteering to come out. They love coming out.
We just got to help the young fellas put their aprons and gloves on and make sure they're doing their work and not painting their hats. I think it's a good thing to help the young fellas out, to seeing them in the right track later on in their life when they get older, and just help them know what it's all about, what opportunities are out there.
One of the things you want to ask is, where will these children be in 20 years? What role will Aboriginal people play in our communities in 20 years' time? They tell us they want jobs, they want access to industry to get those jobs. So part of the pathway to those jobs is training. If we set the kids off in the right direction, they will go through school with a degree of enthusiasm, they will end up in productive jobs and lead highly productive lives.
I guess the thing that we're hoping to do is to have a more an ongoing thing, because quite often there are one-off things will last for some time in their minds and then they move on.
We've taken this concept a bit further and we'd like to introduce it out here as part of their curriculum, one day a week, especially with the grade 4s. We've run a successful program in Gladstone, the same successful program in Gladstone. We'd like to do the same thing in Woorabinda, because we know the results prove that this hands-on activity improves their literacy, their numeracy and their attendance rates at school.
If we are able to implement something that in the future the community will get some really long-term benefits out of these days.
There is a skill shortage in Australia, and Aboriginal people and Aboriginal communities want to play their part in meeting that need for industry. They want those opportunities. We'd like to give it to them.
I want them to be my apprentices. That's what it's all about. I want these kids to sign up as GAGAL apprentices so that we can give them the best opportunities that they can have.